So hello everyone, welcome to this tutorial, and we'll guide you through the detailed process of submitting your manuscript using the Open Journal System, or OJS. Whether you are an experienced researcher or a new academic or new to academic publishing, this step-by-step guide will help you to confidently submit your work. So let us get started. So the very first process is just opening your browser and going to the journal home page. You already have that journal home page URL or address. So the address has been shared with you, so you know the link to the journal homepage. Let me say that this is an older homepage which we shall be using for training purposes, so that we can fully utilize it without any risk. So this one is not the one which that is currently being used. This one is a different one that still belongs to Quexa. So I am assuming that all of you have registered, and if you haven't registered, all you need to do is to come up at the top right corner, and you see a link for registration. So if you clicked on that link, it will take you to the registration page, where you shall put in the necessary details for the registration. So that will include your names, your email, maybe even a phone number, the OCD ID, and so on and so forth. So these are the fields that are required to be filled, as you can see, and then registration. So if you haven't registered, please do so. Provide all the details that are required, and then that registration has to undergo vetting and approval for you to be registered. So I'm assuming that everyone has been registered. So these are my credentials. I'm going to log in as an author. So this training is for authors. It's for authors and how to submit an article. So I'm going to I've put in the credentials, that is the username and the password, and then I hit this button called login. So within a few seconds I'll be logged in, and I've been logged in, and this is the author dashboard. This is the author dashboard. Now, before we proceed, I would like to confirm the profile. So you go to the extreme top right corner of the dashboard, and where there is a bell and there is the caricature of a person, and you click on that icon and say edit profile. So just confirming that your profile is contains the necessary correct information, such as the username and such as the name, the given name and family name, and then maybe the preferred public name. Now, and then if that's okay, you go to this contact tab, and that is where you have provided in your details, your contact details. The most important is the email, and I would suggest that you put an email that you regularly use, so that whenever there is a response from the journal editor or the journal manager, or as soon as you have submitted your article, there is an automatic email that is sent to you, and when your article has been reviewed, an automatic email is also generated, and to come to your email address, And so it is important to put an email address that you regularly have access to, so that you may not miss on the information. Okay, so that email has to be there. It is mandatory, it is required, and the rest are optional. So for example here, it's optional to put in the signature, it is optional to put the phone number, and the affiliation is the institution, and you have to put the country. So there are only two things that are mandatory. That is the email address and the country. So once you're satisfied with the details that you provided, you can now move to roles, and the roles tab will show you the roles that you have been given. One, you have to, at least at this point, you are an author. So the rest are optional. So you can be also an author, reader, and author reviewer. Reviewer means that you can also participate in the peer review process as a reviewer, not just as an author, but also as a reviewer. And this field is for putting the review interests. What are your review interests? Then on the public tab, and by the way, if you change anything, please remember to save. On the public tab, this is where you put in more details about yourself. For example, you can upload your image, your profile image, and then also you can put in your bio statement. For example, department and rank. You can also put in if you have a link to a website that provides much more information about yourself. Say, for example, you have been given a page at an institution like a university or a hospital. That link, you can share it here. And then the OCID ID. The OCID ID is a unique identifier that identifies you as an author and distinguishes you as an author from other authors. So if, for example, you have your Susan Shege, Dr. Susan Shege, and maybe there's another Dr. Susan Shege, now the OCID ID clarifies that confusion, that this Susan Shege is the one who has this OCID ID. Now OCID ID, you can apply it from this website, which is orcid.org. And as you can see on this page, I've already applied, and takes a very short time for you to get an OCID ID. So if I log off, for example, you will see the page. This page contains, let me just go to the OCID, not signing in, go to the main page, the home page, and you can see you can either sign in or register. So if you are registering, you will go to register now, and you provide your details. As you can see, let me just scroll down. These are the details that you'll be required to provide, the names, the primary emails, and so on. And then you go to next step until you are done, and you'll be issued with an OCID ID. So let me go back to where we started. And once you have given the details, the rest is not necessary. For example, let me just say the one which perhaps one more tab is the password tab, where if you so choose, for whatever reason, to change your password, this is where you can now change your password. But you have to provide your current password and then put in the new password that you want to change to. So these other two tabs are not necessary. You can leave it as is. So once that is done, now we can go to the next process, which is the submission process. So I'll go back to submission, and the next video will show you how to do a submission. So thank you for participating in this.